movement of electric charges. So there are two kinds of movements, dear. Whenever we are talking about charged particles, whether they will move from one place to another or they will put as a static charge. Okay, earlier we have discussed the example of getting a glass rod positive charge by rubbing it with a silk cloth, and when we used to comb, we are getting that the plastic comb will attract the pieces of paper. So that is also part of insulator. Okay, so you know that insulators do not conduct electricity and the conductors are actually conduct the electricity. So then how they are actually getting attract these pieces of paper or balloon that is negatively charged, and balloon itself is made up of a rubber, then how it would get a charged particle? Okay, so the same thing that we have discussed here is because insulators does not allow charged particles to move themselves. That is why we are calling it a static charge, and they only present on the surface of the object. Okay, that is why we call them as a static charge particle. Okay, so here they can be generated by the rubbing only. Fine. So here is the another one, that is electric current. Now, because the static electric current is not allowing those charged particles for moving from one place to another, now current means that something is in flow. Fine. So here in this case, the charged particles are actually moving. Fine. So the name suggests that the charged particle could be at static position. So that generates static electricity. And the another condition could be that the charged particles would be in motion. So we can say that the current electricity. So there are two kinds of electricity. One is static electricity and another one is current electricity. In static electricity, charge does not move, and that generally happens with the help of insulators. Okay, because insulators won't allow them to move and the charged particles will come over the surface of the object, and that coming towards the surface will attract the around objects towards themselves. And because now the conductors actually allowed the charged particles to move from themselves, so that help in conduction of electric current. So this is the difference. So when charged particles move continuously and it consists of electric current. Fine. Here example, current which makes bulb glow. You know that you won't be able if we just connect our bulb with some rubber instruments. Okay, like I am attaching here rubber and now I have attached them with a battery. Fine. Now will it be able to make it glow? Not possible, because these two are insulators. So it will not allow them charged particles to move from here, and this will this will restrict the charged particles to move through the wire. Okay, so that is why we can say that this will not allowed. So here is the example 1 and example 2. As you know, the current which make wire heat, because the charged particles are moving, are flowing. So there must be some kind of friction in between the charged particles too. That is why charged particle due to friction get the wire heat up, and that too is having certain applications. Okay, like electric heater we see, and toaster maker we see, all these iron we see, all these practical application are based on the heating up of conductors. Fine. So the thing is, you need to know that is the static electricity and current electricity, and this will also allow the charged particles to free up from the atomic shells, but at the surface only. They will present at the surface only. They will not cross through the insulator object. Okay. And in current electricity, the conductors will allow current to flow. That is why only the bulb will glow.